Hi friends! Okay, this is our last video for today, and I'm going to go ahead and do your countdown with you, and then we'll do an input-output math lesson, and then you'll have your exit ticket at the end, okay? So the first thing I want to do with you is look at number 1. It says a farmer is graphing the number of eggs that 4 of his hens laid last month. The graph is not yet complete. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to look at what it's counting by. So the numbers that are labeled are by 4s, so that means that in between must be counting by what? By 2s. So 2, my pen's still a little big, hang on. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. So you should be following along with me on your paper copy, okay? All right, so how many does it show that Penny has laid? 10. 10 eggs. What about Lulu? 8. So we don't know Marge or Gilda yet. It says Marge laid twice as many eggs as Penny. What does twice as many mean? Times 2. Okay, so that's times 2. 2 times as many as Penny. How many was Penny? 10. So 2 times 10. What is that? 2 times 10. 20. So Marge laid 20. So let's add Marge to our chart. Okay, be careful and make sure you get Marge on the right line. Make sure it lines up right. You should have 20 for her. If you need more time, if you get behind at some point, just pause the video. Okay, now it says the 4 hens laid a total of 50 eggs. Which bars complete the farmer's graph? So if they laid a total all together of 50 eggs, well, I'm missing part of it. So what do I do? Like, what's my first step? How to figure that out? Okay, right, I'm going to add up the ones I have so far. So let's do some mental math. What is 10 plus 20? 30. Well, what's 30 plus 8? 38. All right, so Penny, Lulu, and Marge all together have 38. Okay, well, how many did all of them have? 50. So let's subtract. So can't do 0 minus 8. So turn your 5 into a 4. Give your 10 to your 0. And 10 minus 8 is 2. 4 minus 3 is 1. That means Gilda must only have 12 eggs. So make sure you mark her on your chart. We're going to label her 12. All right, and now we need to look and see which one matches. Okay, so they're showing us they only want us to be looking at these 2. Okay, so let's see which ones have 20 and 12 for Marge and Gilda. Okay, I see 20. I see 12. Okay, well that was easy. Let's keep checking the rest though. I see 24. Nope. I see 18. Nope. I see 20. Yes. And, oh look, they tried to trick you because it was really close. It's not 12. It's 10. So D can't be it either. So your answer is A. Okay, let's look at number 2. Adrian plays video games for 25 minutes every day of the next week. Okay. How many days are in a week? 7. Next week, he will play video games every day except Sunday. So not Sunday. So that's not 1 day. Okay, so what is 7? Take out 1. 6. So he's going to play video games for 6 days next week. 25 minutes every day. What is the total number of minutes that Adrian will play video games next week? So basically, Monday, 25, Tuesday, 25, Wednesday, 25. Every day gets 25. So, how are you going to solve it? Okay, you're going to multiply, right? Or you could count by 25. Let's do both and make sure that we're right. Okay, so let's do 25 times 6. Okay, so what is 6 times 5? 30. Drop your 0. What's 6 times 2? 12. Now add them up. You get 150. Okay, so now let's count by 25s just like you're counting quarters. Ready? 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. So you're right. Okay, so now when we look at our griddable, we need to make sure that we put it in the right spot. So remember, it's just like thinking ones, tens, hundreds. Okay? In my ones place, I have a 0. In my tens place, I have a 5. And in my in my hundreds place, I have a 1. And so now you got to make sure that whenever you bubble them in, you bubble nice and neat. Take your time. Make it beautiful. You know, as beautiful as math can be. All right, there you go. All right, look at number 3. Rebecca wants to make groups of 7 with the beans shown below. How many groups of 7 can she make? So she wants to split those up into groups of 7. And when we say split them up, what are we doing? We're dividing. So I don't know how many I have yet, but I know I need to split them up into groups of 7. And I want to know how many groups I'll get. So first you need to count your beans, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Miss Vine, can't we just circle them? Because they're not in a pretty group, remember? And that's how we mess up. So we're not going to circle them to put them in groups of 7. We're going to do the math. So 28 divided by 7 is something. Flip it around. 7 times something is 28. Okay, you can figure that out because we know how to skip count, right? Well, I know it's not 7 times 1. And 7 times 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So that's not it. 7 times 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Nope, not times 3. Okay, try 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 28. Okay, so that was times 4s. So 4 is your answer. And if you wanted to double check yourself, you could have said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many groups? 4. All right, number 4 says each number line in the answer choices represents a length of 1 foot. So each chunk is 1 foot. Okay? Which model shows a shaded bar that is 3/4 of a foot long? So basically, which one shows 3/4? That's all it's asking you. Don't get all confused by the foot business. It just wants to know which one's showing you 3/4. Okay? So let's do our jumps. We've got 1, 2, 3. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 3/4. For G, we have 1, 2, 3. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 3/8. On H, we have 1, 2, 3. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no. And then on J, we have 1, 2, 3. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which one shows you 3/4? F. All right, look at number 5. The table shows the amount of water that Benjamin plans to drink tomorrow in the morning, afternoon, and evening. What is the total amount of water Benjamin plans to drink tomorrow? So total in this case means add. All right, let's add those up. So I'm going to rewrite them so that I have them all nice and pretty, ready to add. So what is 7 plus 6? 13. Okay, so what's 13 plus 9? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. So I'm going to put my 2 and bring up my 1, and then I have 1, 2, 3. 32. Alright, last one. The table shows the number of boxes that are needed to package different numbers of toy cars. Okay, so remember, we don't go cars, cars, cars. We go cars to boxes. So if they have 6 cars, that means that they need 2 boxes. Okay? How did I get from 6 to 2? It's getting smaller, so that means I either subtracted or I divided. Okay? So, let's think about that. If I'm subtracting, to get from 6 to 2, what would I have to subtract? 6 minus something is 2. 4. Okay, so let's try that. So 6 minus 4 is 2. Okay, 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 is not 3, so that is not going to work. So let's try dividing. 6 divided by something is 2. Okay, let's think about that. 6 divided by something is 2. Okay, we'll flip it around. 2 times something equals 6. 2, 4, 6. So your rule is divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So 15 divided by 3. So I need to think about my fact families there. I've got 15, 3, and, okay, if you don't know it, go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 5. So now let's look at our answer choices. F says 15 divided by 3 is 5. Is that what you wrote here? Okay. What about G? 15 plus 3 is 5. First off, that's not even true. 15 plus 3 is 18. Next. H says 15 times 3 is 5. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. That's way bigger. That's not going to work. Okay? And J says 15 minus 3 is 5. 15 minus 3 is not 5. It's 12. The only one that matches what you said to do was F. Alright, look with me at the back real quick. So we have 32 equals something times 8. So that's 8 times something equals 32. You can figure that one out. And remember, when we see the slash, it means divide. So 64 divided by something is 8. So 8 times something equals 64. You can figure that one out too. Use your strategies. 2 says round to the nearest thousand. So remember, you need to be thinking, okay, 4,000 and 5,000. I've got a 5 on the porch, so 5,000. I'm going to round up. Your next one wants you to go to the 10,000. So same thing, we're just moving up a place. So we have 30,000 and 40,000. I see a 4 on the porch, so I'm going to round down. 30,000. Okay, remember here, we're going to go bottom to top. What's 8 times 4? 32. We're going to write our 0 at the bottom. What's 8 times 5? 40. I'm going to write my 40, and now I'm going to add them up to get my answer. Okay, same thing on the next one. On number 4, make sure you are subtracting. So let's look at this one together. Okay, this one right here, 902 minus 109. Okay, what's 2 minus 9? Can't do it. Go all the way over. Turn your 9 into an 8. Okay, make your 0 into a 10, just kidding, 9, and give that 10 to your 2 and make it a 12. Now you can subtract. Okay? Make sure you are adding and regrouping on these. Double check yourself. It's easy to make mistakes. Okay, on this one it says, what is the rule? Remember, you're going from input to output. So you're going from 2 to 16, so you're getting bigger. That means you're either going to be adding or multiplying. Okay, so see if you can figure out the rule, and then don't forget to fill in your missing number. You're supposed to be doing your 8s on this one. Don't forget, you already know your 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s. You know 8 times 6. You know 8 times 8. And you know 8 times 10. So the only ones that you might need help on are this one and this one. So I'm going to help you with those right now, okay? So 6 and 8 went on a date. They came back and 48, right? So to figure out 8 times 7, do 48 plus 8. And whatever you get there is the answer. Okay? 8 times 10, we all know, is 80. So to get 8 less, for 8 times 9, you do 80 minus 8. And whatever you get there is your answer. Okay? You're just taking away a group of 8. And you can get the rest on your own. Okay, write the expanded form of the number 120,442. You need to do a Dorito. We haven't done that in a while, so I'm going to help you with that one, okay? So draw your line down. And so remember, on your Dorito, we go drop your 1, fill it in with zeros, and every number that you see gets a 0 under it. Then we go to our tens place, so we have a 2, and then we fill it in with zeros. Then we go over again. Oh, there's a 0. Do I need to write 0, 0, 0, 0? Pointless. Skip. Okay, now bring down your 4. Fill it in with zeros. Bring down your other 4. Fill it in with 0. And then bring down your 2. There's no room for any zeros, so you're done right there. So close up your Dorito. And now here's the important part. You have to write it all. Okay, so we do the first number, which is right here. So we write 100,000 plus, look at your next number, 20,000, whoops, plus 400 plus 40 plus 2 equals 120,442. Make sure you show all that work because I gave that one to you, okay? Number 9 says there are 500 third graders, 409 second graders, and 421 first graders. How many more, HMM minus, students are in the third grade than the first grade? Sorry, second grade. We don't care about you. So take out the second graders and go from there. Number 10 says Sally is 12 years old. Mark is 5 years younger than Sally. Younger, that's less. So whatever Sally is, I need to take away. Bernie is twice as old as Mark. So Bernie, whatever Mark is, Bernie is twice as old. And how old is Bernie? Okay, so that's your daily rigor. Go ahead and you can pause the video until you finish your side of the daily rigor. And then click play because I'm going to go ahead in this same video and I'm going to do your lesson, okay? Alright, so I believe that you have a paper copy of this, so make sure you get this from Miss Partney before you listen to me. I'm going to put my date, like always. Alright, this says sibling stories. The table shows the relationship between Andrew's age and his sister Gwen's age. So, It says when Andrew was 3, Gwen was 9. When Andrew turned 6, Gwen turned 12. So that's the difference between them. So Gwen is older, and it's showing you how old they are at the same time. Like when I was 4, my brother Parker was born. When I was 12, he was 8. Okay? So Andrew is blank years old when Gwen is 24 years old. So we have to find the rule here. Okay, so how do I get from Andrew to Gwen? I get bigger, right? Okay, so I'm either going to be adding then, or I'm going to be multiplying, because when we're getting bigger, those are our options, okay? So, let's try adding first. How do I get from 3 to 9? 3 plus something is 9. Okay, 6. 3 plus 6 equals 9. So let's try that on our next one too and see if that works. Is 6 plus 6 12? So there's 6 years between them. So something plus 6 is 24. 21 plus 6 is 27. Something plus 6 is 24. Flip it around. 24 minus 6 equals, so you can't do 4 minus 6. So 2 turns into a 1. Give that 10 to your 4 and make it 14. What's 14 minus 6? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 8. And then bring down your 1. When Gwen is 24, Andrew will be 18. Okay, so to determine Gwen's age, you have to do what to Andrew's age? You have to do Andrew plus 6. So you had to add 6 to Andrew's age to get Gwen. Okay, the table below shows the relationship between the number of steps Andrew and Gwen each take when they walk the same distance. Okay, so when Gwen walks 15 steps, Andrew walks 30 steps. And when Gwen takes 22 steps, Andrew goes 44 steps. And when Gwen takes 30 steps, Andrew takes 60 steps. So I need to know how they're getting from one to the other. So sometimes for me, if I see two numbers like these are easier for me because they're happy numbers. They end in zeros. So I'm going to look at those first. So I know to get from Gwen to Andrew, I'm getting bigger. So that means I'm either adding or multiplying. Alright, so adding or multiplying. So let's start with adding. How do I get from 30 to 60 if I'm adding? 30 plus 30 equals 60. So let me try that. 30 plus 30. Okay, 22 plus 30. 22 plus... Nope, that's 52. And does this say 52? Nope, so that's not it. Not adding. Okay, so let's try something else then. Let's multiply. 30 times something equals 60. Okay, well, let's try one group of 30. One group of 30 is 30, so that's not going to work. Let's try two groups of 30. So that's 30, 60. Okay, so 30 times 2 is 60. Let's try 22 times 2. Okay, what's 22 times 2? 44. Okay, so that's right, and sloppy, but right. Okay, let's try 15 times 2. What's 15 plus 15? It's 30, so we have to multiply by 2. So if Gwen took 4 steps, how many would Andrew take? 8, because 4 times 2 is 8. So to determine Andrew's steps, we had to multiply times 2. Alright, so hopefully that kind of gave you a little bit more practice on input and output tables. The last thing that you're going to do for today is to go into Google Classroom on Math, and you're going to click up on your work and open up the little exit ticket. We're going to click on the pencil button. That last paper we just did, we did it together, so you can take it home. The sibling stories, take that home. Alright, The table on the table shows the number of books on each shelf. So if I have one shelf, or if I have 4 shelves, then I have 16 books on that shelf. Okay? So complete each statement about the table. So the number of blank is equal to the number of blank divided by 4. Huh? Okay, that sounds kind of confusing. Promise it's not. It says divided by 4. If we're going to divide... Really? Really, Zoe? Y'all need to see this. Zoe, what are you doing? What are you doing? Can I say hi? Okay. Anywho. Alright, if you're taking a number and you're dividing it, remember your big number has to come first. Well, look at your table. Which side has the big numbers? It's the books. So, books goes with your big number. Shelves goes in the other blank. That was a really fancy, complicated way to say you take your books and you divide it by 4. If you're going that way. Okay? Because 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 4 is 20, and 9 times 4 is 36. That was a really complicated way to do a really easy problem. Okay, look at the bottom. The number of blank is 4 times the number of blank. Oh, so they just want us to flip it. We divided the first time, so it was shelves and books. So if we're multiplying, we're going to flip it. Now how should we say it? Books and shelves. The number of books is 4 times the number of shelves. Alright, once you've got that, you can hit your save button. Okay, mine never works when I'm trying to record. That's fine. So once it's saved it, you're going to go back and you're going to hit turn in. Oh, I guess it actually did save it. And then you're good to go. So the next thing, it just says nothing. It says that's it. So if you still have extra time, you can finish any unfinished work, or you can get on Reflex Math, or you can finish your card for Miss Garlington. Okay, so hopefully, probably shouldn't throw this. Hopefully you have a great day. Miss you guys.